Hello, bruvs. We've got a letter from George Beach, a chef who I believe worked some time at the Sparhawk Hall, which was a resort in Ogunquit, Maine. And the letter was to Otto Marxer and Laura Mundo Marxer, she being the UFO woman of ill repute, though some still revere the woman. She was one of the earliest ufologists, and from her birth in Massachusetts and life, middle part of her childhood in Maine, she ended up in Dearborn, Michigan, which is why she has some interest to me. Well, plus the fact that she was a UFO lady. This letter was written in started July 17th, 1934, which was around the time when, I can't remember, I think actually Laura and Otto Marxer, he was from Liechtenstein, which is why they were going back to Liechtenstein and Switzerland. I believe this was their honeymoon 2 years after the fact. And they were going for the winter, or maybe it was the summer. They were spending their summer in Liechtenstein and Switzerland to go see his family. Dear Otto, your letter arrived 2 days ago, a sure token to us that you and Laura were well on the way to a very happy summer in the fatherland. Vernie, Joyce, and I have a little 6-room cottage just 4 miles out from Ogunquit. We have running water. Dear Otto, George started this letter to you last night when he was interrupted by guests. So, this morning I decided to write a line or two to Laura. Haha, goodbye to you, Flatfoot, and hello, Laura. Gee, I sure envy you, folks, living the life of Riley. Wish we could have made the trip with you. Perhaps we will someday. As George started to say, we have a 6-room cottage out in the country. How have we, I don't know what that says in the country. Have we gone back to nature or not? We have oil lamps, outside Johnny chick sales type, which was a type of outhouse I learned on the internet. Apparently, Chick Sales was a comedian who Soupy Sales later took the last name from, but somehow in the 30s, Chick Sales' name became the name of a nickname for outhouses. And the pump in the kitchen, more fun. I love living out here, away from all the humdrum of the city. Joy, who I believe is their infant child, is developing every day. She tries to get up and walk, supporting herself against the table and chairs. Really, she is the sweetest thing. Right now, she's sitting beside me, cooing for all she's worth. Don't know what I ever did without her around. Last week, we had a hot dog roast here. Last week, we had a hot dog roast here. We invited 8 people and 24 made their appearance. What a gang. I had to use custard cups and glasses for cups for their coffee. We cooked the hot dogs in the baby's bathtub, the only thing large enough available. The coffee we boiled in our tea kettle. I don't know why people put incidental stuff like this. Just picture the young, does that say young? The gang standing around the bathtub waiting for a hot dog. my, what's that say? Oh, my coffee is perking, so I'll have my breakfast now. Do right when you find time. Love, Vern. 7/20/34. At it again, Otto. It is raining pitchforks and handles out in the deep void beyond the window. This guy could actually write. Mel Hall, the chef we met at the Catherine Gibbs School, and my present boss is the answer to all of my prayers for the perfect superior. He is the same all the time. He gave me complete charge over the girls in the kitchen. And of course, the dishwashers. He never butts in and never changes any decision I make. I haven't lost my well-known temper once in the past month. It is a veritable paradise after the hell of last summer. I assume they meant at Sparhawk Hall, which was only open in the summers from what I can ascertain. We have a perfect kitchen and dining room on the same floor. We feed 200 plus up every weekday, and that number goes sky rocketing on weekends. From what I hear from the salesman, we have the best house count in Maine so far this season. Mel Hall's 2 sons work here also, one as butcher and one as salad man. Both are mighty fine fellows. Honestly, Otto, I hope that we both can go wherever he goes this winter. You would like him so much. Mrs. Norris died this summer, July 23rd, 1934. Yes, Otto, this is very much the proverbial book or memoirs of a floor steward. Have a good time, you folks. And, again, and gain at least 20 pounds, Otto. Hope you find your family in best of health. Regards to you and Laura, from George. In 1938, I believe, Otto and Laura left Maine, wherever they were living, and went to work for Henry Ford's Dearborn Inn, a New England-styled resort. And Ford, when he built it, had New England in mind and had much of the staff imported from there, at least in the early years. I don't know how it went afterwards, but it would make sense that if you're going to start a New England inn, you would not use Midwesterners to run it. You would bring in a actual New Englander, and that's what Henry Ford seemingly did. Anyway, that's the letter.